This is my swatch for the garment, and this is the most important part of any project, is getting the swatch correct, because this is crucial to getting the right fit. So once you've decided on a size that you think that's the way you want it to fit on you, then you really need to make sure that your gauge is exactly what the pattern says, so you'll end up with the garment that fits exactly the measurements of the size you've selected. So in this case, the gauge is 18 stitches over 4 inches or 10 centimeters and over 32 rows. So you cast on your 18 stitches and you do the pattern, the slip stitch pattern, for 32 rows. So it should equal both ways the width 4 inches. Before I forget, so after you've done your 32 rows, it's important that you block the swatch, because that's really what your garment's going to, the dimensions that it will finally be at. And with blocking, it always does stretch out a little bit when you flatten out the stitches. They always end up being a little bit bigger than before blocking. So I've just put a damp cloth over the back of it and just put a slightly bit of pressure with the iron and give it a bit of steam. Alright, so it should be 4 inches or 10 centimeters in both direction. So the width as well as the length. So 4 inches both ways. Now if you don't get the length exactly at 32 rows and 10 centimeters or 4 inches, it's not as important, because you can always adjust your length of your sleeves or the length of the garment itself. But what's really crucial is the width, because that you can't change the number of stitches that you've got on each section of the garment. So another thing that I really like to do is to use a gauge rule, which gives you a much more accurate measurement of the stitches per inch, and they're normally in 2 inch increments or 5 centimeters. So you just put it in the middle of your work, and for this garment it's 18 stitches over 10 centimeters, so you just halve it. Since it's only 5 centimeters or 2 inches, so we're looking for 9. So 9 stitches should sit in this box here. So we just count them: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I have perfect gauge. And normally I do it in a couple other places in the work, just to make sure that I've got a consistent tension. If you have too many stitches, let's say you have 19, 20 stitches in this box, over 4 inches I mean, you then you're too tight and you need to go up a needle. If you have too little, let's say you're meant to have 9 here, let's say you have 7, you need to go down a needle size so you can get more stitches over the inch. I hope that makes sense.